Is your space combat looking a little bit too much like this? With the mission I'll show you today, it'll look a little more like this. Chasing your enemies down into the vacuum of space until you blow them into smithereens, all the while taking much more damage. What's going on YouTube, Hemo here, and today we've got the intro to the Freestar Rangers questline. Let's get right into it. We'll be going to the Cheyenne system and visiting the city of Akila. Now this is a nice city because it's basically a cowboy town. And that'll be immediately evident as soon as you land in, because you're going to get confronted by this guy, who tells you that there's a standoff going off at the bank right now, and that the ranger can't really do anything about it because he's got hostages. Lucky for him, there just so happens to be a very friendly space cowboy wandering around. Alright, so we're going to go into this crowd looking for a Marshal Daniel Blake. He's a crotchety old man, you'll see him right away.
You've got my girlfriend in there.
You planning to tell me your demands at some point?
You find someone we can trust and maybe we will.
Like who?
Not you, not one of your rangers, and not these city guards neither.
Man, they sound like delightful people.
What the hell am I supposed to do with that?
And there he is, Marshal Daniel Blake. He'll basically just tell you that it's kind of an untenable situation. You're going to offer your help. He's going to say whatever their demands are, that he's not going to follow them anyway. At which point, he'll basically just remind you not to be too cavalier because some civilian lives are at stake. And he'll send you over to an intercom to negotiate with them. Now, I skip over the actual conversation in this part. I'm sure that you can negotiate with them, but no matter what I did, it didn't really work for me, so I figured I was just going to have to ventilate him anyway. Which is what we're going to talk to him about now, because I failed to negotiate with them. And because we don't negotiate with terrorists, he'll give you a key card to unlock the back of the bank. At which point we're going to sneak up on them and bully them. Now, one word of caution here. You can be as cavalier as you want despite what he says, but the civilians are pretty dumb. You'll see in a second here why I say that. See, look at this dude. Idiot. Man, it's like, what is a hostage? And after you've proficiently bullied all of the little terrorists in there, we're going to run back to the marshal so that he can offer you everybody's dream job ever. I won't hear any excuses. A space cowboy.
Quite a spectacle, isn't it?
They've got the marshal.
All we have to do is talk to an Emma Wilcox after he gives us a reward of a few thousand credits. The rewards for these missions are actually pretty good. They're not the best by any means, but pretty good.
Well done indeed.
And we get to see the Rock for the first time, the Freestar Ranger hub. This is actually one of the cooler locations in the game, at least in my opinion.
Back to normal yet?
Mostly. Still feels a little weird though. Guess I'm not used to having
Just let me.
She'll chat you up. I skipped the conversation for your time. But
Well, hey there.
she'll send us to a computer to collect a few spacefaring missions. Now there are a couple of options here. One of them is to collect a hostage, at which point I'd recommend grabbing the perk targeting systems, which will allow you to lock onto enemy ships as you're going through them. It'll make it substantially easier to board their ship because you can target their engine. Yeah, there we go. Engines, you shoot them out, slow your speed down, and then you'll be able to dock by holding X or whatever your keybind is on PC. After that, you'll board their ship, essentially becoming a space pirate for good, which is pretty cool. And now, when you talk to this guy after you rescue him, you have the option to, extort him or be a good person. And congrats, you've just completed your first mission for the Freestar Rangers, which will get you deputized. Now it's worth noting that this is not the only mission that you'll have to do. There is a whole quest line here. It should take you about 2 to 3 hours. Not very long, not a lot of investment. And once you've done so, you'll be awarded with one of the best ships in the game. Look at this, ain't she a beaut? It's called the Star Eagle. And I guess if you kind of twist your mind in an abstract way, it does kind of look like a bird in space. So make sure you get you one and fight for the freedom of the settled systems. Part of what makes this so good is all the upgrades. Look at this. Everything is basically level 4. I think actually everything is level 4. It's pretty insane for an early game build. Thanks for watching, yo. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments. And if you want to see more like this, feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.